I get to do daily paperwork and check the functionability of the club. I do bank reconciliation, I do payroll, I am involved in hiring, firing, just basically daily operations.
That work you were doing earlier, are you in charge of advertising and web and picture?
Advertising. Marla, one of the girls you'll also meet, she is in charge of doing our magazine. We're going to have
You have your own magazine?
Published magazine this year instead of a calendar. She and I started doing the pictures together, and she's taken it over because I'm extremely busy and she's extremely artistic.
Are you going to use that copy for your book?
Actually I might. I'm not quite sure. We have the opportunity here to publicize ourselves quite a bit because of the owner. So we're able to get photo shoots regularly. We're on advertisements frequently. We advertise in the local newspaper, the Salt Lake Tribune. We advertise in the City Weekly. So things like that.
The Mormons don't have a problem with you advertising in the various papers?
They do, but we're very restricted with what we can advertise, what we can say, and what we can show. Things are cropped. That's why girls have to have headshots, so we can advertise headshots as opposed to the full body shots. They've been cooperative as far as letting us advertise scantily clad women, so that's been nice. But
aren't you scantily clad now?
Oh, of course I am. This is something, actually this is a little bit more acceptable than certain things that we choose to wear walking down the street. So
now when we were at Blue Boutique, we noticed, is that a typical place where you would shop? Or
no.
Do you shop online? Do you order through catalogs? Where do you get your...
It depends on, you know, the dancers. They have a lady who makes their costumes. Some things come from Blue Boutique. A lot of things come from Victoria's Secret. As far as our day-to-day wear, we go to the mall, we shop online like normal people would. So
You're normal people?
I think we're very normal people. I think we're more normal than people let us be.
Well, I don't know. You sound pretty intellectual. I mean, you're taking linguistics classes. Is that at the University of Utah?
It is.
That's in Sugar House?
Salt Lake Sugar House area. It's a requirement for my bachelor's because at my age, to apply to law school, I have to have 2 to 3 languages before they'll take me seriously.
Wow. So what are your plans? I mean, on top of managing here, you're looking at judicial, you're looking at legal,
I want to do corporate litigation, absolutely. It'll allot me the money that I want to make, but it'll also allow me to have free time to do certain pro bono things. It sounds kind of cheesy, but I think in an environment such as Utah with the polygamy and the incest and the being #1 in the nation for the birth rate, I think there are a lot of children out there who need help that nobody reaches out to them because they think they're covered and sheltered by them from church.
Well, I'm looking at, okay, we came in originally for your administration. You got cameras here. You're checking out the whole club. You got website, advertising, computers. I know that some people have to read 70 pages a day in law school, and plus the writing. Where do you find the time? I mean, is that why we have this caffeine?
Yeah,
here?
no.
Where's the espresso machine?
That was actually something for somebody to have us try a product they want us to try. You choose to make the time. You choose to dedicate yourself to what you really want in life. My father always taught me, nobody's going to give me what I want but me. So therefore I choose to continue my education. I choose to make my own life. I choose to make my own money. And this gives me the means, but you make time. You choose to have the time to do it. There's always time to do it.
So what's your time like?
What is my
7 days a week?
7 days a week.
I mean,
I'm here about 6 days a week. I come in the morning, I open, build tills, do deposits, check sales, do numbers, come up with promotional ideas. And then I like to go and work out for a couple of hours. and then I go to school.
What gym should the men be joining in Salt Lake?
It's a private studio. It's mixed martial arts. I do Muay Thai. So.
Oh, so there's no chance, right?
Yeah.
They're not going to find you on a Stairmaster. They're not going to find you in a spin class.
No, they're
Really?
not. Not at all. I like Muay Thai.
Does it intimidate you to be so hot and to go into a spin class where other Mormon men might be like, bitch, right, under their breath?
I guess for me, I don't play off of looks unless I absolutely have to. I wasn't raised.
Don't you absolutely have to in Salt Lake City?
At certain times you do, and at certain times it's whether you choose to be intellectual or just play stupid.
The main street is State Street, right? Tram runs down that?
The tram runs down.
Do you walk down State Street in a bikini? Do you walk down State Street wearing what you wear now?
I would walk down State Street wearing this, yeah.
And you wouldn't feel intimidated or manipulated or?
Probably not. Do you want to bring that to the till? Yep. And then she'll pay you out of that?
Yep.
Thank you.
I'll see you later. Mom, has Wayne called you back?
Pardon?
Has Wayne called you back?
Yeah, we're not going to meet tonight. We're going to try to do it later. He had to go pick up some cars and trade a car and do all of that good stuff. So.
Am I meeting him tomorrow?
I'm not sure. As far as I know, everything's been canceled as far as the manager meeting until later. Just let me know because everybody's busy. So. Okay, thanks.
Call me when you're done, Sarah.
Okay, well.
Are people always knocking on your door?
Well,
Is
we
this
share an
nonstop?
office. I share an office. We just built offices upstairs, which will include the dance manager's office and the other girl you just saw in here. She's floor staff manager. She helps me with drink specials, promotions, and things like that. Things that I can't find the time to do during the day. So, back to the State Street thing. Yeah, I would walk down State Street wearing this. I would have no problem. I think I get more attention in tighter shirts because I've chose to enhance certain parts of my body. Which.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? Breast augmentation. So.
What are we looking at? You know, B to C, C to D.
A to D.
A to D.
A to D.
Can you explain the procedure?
Actually,
I mean, especially for a guy, and we hear stories like under the muscle, over the muscle, you know.
The funny thing is, it actually had absolutely nothing to do with this business. It had to do with the fact that I have a very beautiful mother and sister who are very blessed up top, very well endowed up top, whereas I was not. So I thought always a woman should have curves. So I had to have mine surgically placed there. And under the muscle is a procedure in where they'll place the implant underneath the muscle to help it fill and look more natural. Over the muscle will make it rounder, a little more firm, a little harder, less natural appeal.
But skin stretches, it's elastic, it breathes.
Does. But if you get the implant under the muscle, you have that soft tissue on top as well.
So what did you do?
I went under the muscle.
And you haven't had any complications?
Actually, I have. This was my second procedure in a year. My pectoral muscle tore. And that had absolutely nothing to do with the implant.
It sounds painful.
It was very painful when it happened. It was extremely painful. It tore, they think, just because of being so athletic growing up and doing things like that. And they think that it just kind of gave way. Because I waitress and I bartend and do the door and things like that. Being a manager, you just kind of get to do whatever you're supposed to do, whatever needs to be done.
What's that machine for? Is that for...
This is our money counter, and we just got it back.
So are you in charge of the accounting too? The accountability
yes,
of the...
accounting. I did accounting for 8 years before I started working here. So, and then I actually quit my accounting job because I wanted to finish my bachelor's because I wasn't going anywhere with my accounting job. And I went, and I've never waitressed before, and I lied on a job application at Portical, and they gave me the job. And then I wasn't extremely happy there with the money, and I met the owner, and he's like, well, come waitress for me. And I started waitressing here about 2 years ago, and I've moved my way up.
It's interesting because you make the job sound so corporate.
It actually does have...
I mean, as a guy sitting
It
in the
is.
stage and, you know, checking the girls out and counting my ones to see who I'm going to tip. You make it sound like, you know, very corporate oil refinery. I mean, IBM.
It's a business. It's
soft.
corporate. I mean, there are accounts to be taken care of. There are paychecks to be paid. It's a business.
So when do we read the book?
The book? Hopefully soon. Hopefully very, very soon. So.